So we were driving and we saw this beacon ahead of us on the road. We're like in the middle of nowhere, western Pennsylvania going to Ohio, and we saw that.
And so we decided to pull over because we have no idea what it is. We're too intimidated to get out because
it's definitely on some guy's property.
Right, and it looks like a lighthouse, but
I have no idea why someone would put this here. You can't really see it on the video, but it's really odd. It's like multicolored, spinning very slowly for no reason.
Right, it's like a giant beacon. One side with shining white light, the other side shining bluish light, and it's really just a tall steel structure. And there's
absolutely no reason for it. I can't think of a reason. It's like planes flying here, or like there's some sort of body of water near here.
But there's nothing here. This is a terrible place. Oh, and the stars are really pretty here, though. Actually, look. Yeah. Regardless, yeah, this is that's. Alright, another French autobus, yeah.
Great news. Yes, do you want to tell the news?
Well, we just passed a sign, which it's now about 10:30. We kind of got lost in Pennsylvania.
Well, I wouldn't say lost. We just got delayed, detoured.
Yeah, we saw some of the more scenic routes, and I really have to say this is one of my least favorite states in the Union. And
I think the greatest thing is the entertainment. We've been trying to listen to the radio for like 3 hours, but the only stations that we get are Christian something. You know, it's like 3 or 4 of them.
It's all Christian and country music. That's all we get perpetually. It's like,
and sometimes really bad like pop music, but it only lasts for maybe 5 minutes before I go to range.
Right. It's like perpetually just Christian and country, and you wouldn't quite expect the country, you know, out here in Pennsylvania. But I mean, I guess that's it. You know,
the great news is that we're on I-80 West, and we just passed the highest point on I-80 West, east of the Mississippi.
Which really isn't all that impressive.
It's not at all impressive.
But there was a sign, you know, and therefore...
I think we're about 2,800 feet up.
Also, the great thing about this is, apparently we're heading to the Four Corners area, and Denver apparently just had the biggest storm it's had since 1953.
Really?
Also in Santa Fe, there are many feet of snow, which is where our goal is, and it's still snowing. So we're heading into some great weather. You know, there's a storm hitting right up here, and apparently it's supposed to snow in Chicago tomorrow.
Really?
Which is the area that we're heading towards.
I didn't know that.
Right, I was just told that. So that should be very interesting. Also, just to summarize the past, I'd say 2.5, 3 hours of this glorious trip.
I think you should rotate and see. We've been on I-80 for, I don't know, maybe 3 hours. I've maybe seen 4 exits this entire time. I don't really understand. Like, if I had no gas, I'd be fucked. Like, there's no way for me to get gas on this road if I didn't have gas already.
Right, so I took a couple shots earlier of us driving. That was about an hour and a half ago, maybe 2 hours ago of the road, and
the exact same.
Right, there's been no scenery change, very few cars, you know, very little. I think we're actually just making this video to prevent ourselves from going insane. So, yep, here we are, Bumblefuck, Ohio, or I mean Bumblefuck, Pennsylvania. When we're in Bumblefuck, Ohio, I'll be very happy, because that'll mean that, you know, progress has been made. And of course, when we once more take the momentous step of crossing state lines, it will be recorded. So, until then,